Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody who is taking a risk or thinking about how they did something impulsively and regretting it. So, the image in my mind is like a cat who looks really excited to go out and play in the snow, but once they realize how cold it is, they come right back in, right? Just like, nope, nope, not that. We have somebody here who does something similar, obviously not that, and their reaction is, oh gosh, why did I do that? I should not have done that. A little bit of acting before you really like think about the situation. If I had stopped and really like figured out what the consequences might have been before I did that thing, then I probably wouldn't have done that thing. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're staying cool. It is super hot here. Maybe it's just a little bit nicer where you are. If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. And right below where you can find that in my description box, I also have a link for you to check out if you want additional content. We are going to have an ad-free members-only live stream this week, probably on Thursday, but I'll post the poll and we'll see what everybody decides. Otherwise, let's dive in. This is the Voyage of the Soul. Let's see what we get about this person in terms of personal growth. What do we have? Tomorrow, begin again, continue. Ahead, better days and relief. Indulge, laughter, pleasure, bliss, vacation, escape, and rebel. So we have somebody that gave in to temptation, did something maybe they feel like they shouldn't have, got an extra dessert, drank too much, hit on the bartender. I don't know. Like, oops, did I do that? What else? Cleanse, sage, soak, detox, revive, and justice. Decisions, fairness, review, laws, and consequences. So there's someone here who's just trying to go about their day and pretend like nothing really happened, but there are consequences despite their determination to just kind of like pivot and pretend everything is fine. Ooh, not the consequences of my actions. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. This is the Pulp Tarot. The King of Pentacles and the reverse, and the Ace of Cups. Seven of Wands in the reverse. Well, to be honest, this feels to me like somebody who's in a committed relationship, hitting on, being really flirty or something along those lines with somebody else and wanting to be like, I didn't do that. That was just a figment of my imagination. But with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, it feels to me like somebody is nervous because they know that was outside of the parameters of what is considered acceptable behavior. Hey, Laura. How's it going? I'm glad you're back, Kingly Eagle. King of Cups. Knight of Wands. Sun in the reverse. It's all right. I can just be quiet about it and no one will ever know. It's not going to be a big deal, right? We've got the Sun in the reverse. So I know I did something. I feel a little bit reckless about it. I know that somebody would be probably upset with me, but whatever. I'll just take it to the grave. Hey, Michael. How's it going? Strength. Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Seven of Cups. See, here's the thing, though. I do think that this person stopped themselves. So kind of what I'm getting is more of like a flirtatious, like I hit on you. Maybe I like I mean, everyone has their own boundaries, right? I guess what I'm saying is I don't feel like any clothes came off. So it's more so like I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have hit on you. I shouldn't have like, made eyes at you kind of thing. But I don't think there was any like physical content or contact. Content. Four of Pentacles in the reverse because somebody did like I'm seeing like push away. And a Seven of Cups clarifying the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So the number 7 is important. So it's like showing me levels. Like, yeah, there's definitely levels of betrayal, but this person didn't make it very far, like before they stopped. So it's like they're trying to justify not saying anything because if I tell you what did happen, you're probably going to assume that it was worse. I don't want you to break up with me because you feel like I actually did the horizontal mambo with somebody when all I did was tell them that their butt looked great. Just so great. Yeah, this is like, I don't want to like ruin my relationship just because I was a little bit flirtatious. So it's like, I'll just not say anything at all. Because I know that person would be mad at me. But it wasn't that bad. I stopped myself. Probably need to be honest about what did happen though, right? This is the Mystical Cat Tarot. Hey Voyager, how are you doing? What else? Ten of Earth or Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's the same card I just drew, the last one from the Pulp Tarot, but this one's in the reverse. I think this is a person who feels like if they were drinking, for example, that buzz was killed instantly when they were like, oh my God, what am I doing? And they pulled themselves back. So not giving into temptation because of a fear of loss. Fire Kitten in the reverse or Page of Wands in the reverse. Realizing what was going on, stopping things before they got out of hand. But with the Sky Tom or the Knight of Swords, it's like, I don't know whether or not to talk about this at all. I feel like it would get misconstrued. I feel like it would get exaggerated or things would get out of hand. We've got the Five of Sea or Five of Cups in the reverse. I didn't do anything like super crazy. Like I'm not like, regretting. Like they're just very focused on how it didn't get physical. Ace of Sea or Ace of Cups, Nine of Sky, Nine of Swords. But the problem is, I don't think this is going to be as easy to just like forget about as they believe. So it's like there's going to be some sort of fallout. There's going to be some sort of like question down the line or comment. It's going to come up. So it's like the King of Cups is getting signs to at least talk about what actually did happen. Because otherwise it could be a bigger problem later down the line. Hey, Bitchy Tata, how's it going? Sea King or the King of Cups. Two of Earth or Two of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Sea Tom or the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody who wants to make sure that their choice to not go further is not discussed because they feel like even just being flirtatious would be a problem. So it's like, I won't say anything at all. I know that I've been a good person, but there's someone here who knows what did happen. And it's like only a matter of time before this information comes out. And I feel like there's additional pressure here because somebody is already kind of assuming that their relationship has an issue. Sky Kitten or Page of Swords in the reverse, and the Nine of Earth or the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like somebody asks a question like, oh, so like, how's your marriage? Are you guys doing okay? Like, because I thought I saw someone flirting over here. There's like, it's like somebody's trying to be funny, just like asking a random question or asking a question. I shouldn't say random. And then things get weird real quick, uncomfortable real quick. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Hello, Kat. How are you doing? Hey, Donnie. What's happening? Judgment, Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the World. Yeah, it's like I made a decision to stop what was going to happen. I didn't get physical, so therefore everything is fine, right? Nothing should change. But with the World, it's like there's something here that is, I don't know why, it's like if you don't deal with it, there's a situation that pops up and like involves this, or it's the same person, or there's somebody's curiosity starts looking into things. Ooh, 10 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse with the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Oh my gosh. 4 of Wands in the reverse is instability, chaos, could be a divorce. 10 of Swords is betrayal. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse is potentially a relationship ending, a long-term relationship, a significant loss. I think the King of Cups choosing to say nothing at all about what happens or what happened ends up making for a pretty big problem in their relationship, because they're not considering what their partner would choose. They're considering what's easier for them. 4 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Cups in the reverse. I think there is possibly some GPS detail or some slip up where this King of Cups is talking about where they were, where they parked their car, where they got their food at 2 a.m. That betrays what they were talking about from a different, it's like in a different conversation. And now all of a sudden this King of Cups is like, it's like they're under investigation. Now their partner's like, well, you said you were doing this. You said you were doing that. You said you were here. Now I feel like I can't trust you. What really happened? Why did this person say this? Everything starts to look way worse than it actually was, but this King of Cups can't defend themselves because they chose to lie about the small thing that happened. About the, I didn't let it get out of hand because I have respect for you. Yeah, but you didn't tell me it happened. So this is like, this is a warning. You have an opportunity, whoever resonates with the King of Cups, to be honest. And if they choose, or if you choose not to be honest, then there's bigger issues. All right, let's get a few from the Energy Oracle. What else do we have? Envy. Angel of Love. We could have somebody who is trying to cause problems, and that's why they ask this question that causes the King of Cups to be a little bit under pressure, right? You have to tell the truth now. Second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Third eye chakra. The King of Cups feels like they should say something. It's like they talk themselves out of it, but they need to stick to that first assumption and be honest. This is the Kipper. Sudden wealth. Privileged lady in the reverse, main male. Yeah, this is someone who's jealous because you have a lot going for you that they don't. So they decide to do some damage here. This could be somebody who's literally trying to drive a wedge between you and a significant other, or this could be something that's happening in your family or your friend group. But we have somebody that flirted, didn't let things get too far, but according to some people, it was too far. There's some scandal or some risk of gossip happening. We have mature man and marriage. Yeah. This is if you wanted to approach things with integrity, you would tell your partner what happened. This is the truth is. What else do we have? Soulmate. You are connecting with a soulmate in the present. Destined. This relationship is meant to be. And hazy vision. Things are not being seen clearly. So this is somebody who's happy in their relationship. They don't want it to end. And I don't feel like the King of Cups partner wants it to end. But this could get out of hand because there's some confusion over what really happened. And the connection here, the romantic connection, is actually meant to level up. But it doesn't happen if somebody is careless in terms of dealing with these like loose ends or these kind of gray areas, places where you really need to make sure you're on the same page with your partner. Hello, Taryn. How are you doing? Or Taryn? Tell me how to say it. Hello, Nathaniel. How's it going? Let's get a few from the Fairy Godmother Oracle. Let's see. What else? Listening. Somebody overheard this, and there's insecurity that I think is tied to envy. So because I heard this, because maybe I just am bored, I decide to say something to make the King of Cups look worse than they actually did. Oh no, I forgot some cards. Hold on. We're going to add these in and shuffle and see what else comes out. What else? Victimhood. This person could make it seem like this King of Cups was more flirtatious than they really were because of this jealousy and this insecurity. There's a desire to make some trouble for this marriage or this relationship. But the Four of Cups just is like confirmation. Someone did not give in to temptation. This is the Steampunk Tarot. It's tiny. What else do we need to know? Wow, how many of them flipped over? Okay, there. We have the Nine of Swords again. Anxiety, stress, the Fool. King of Pentacles in the reverse and Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, so there's a risk of causing bigger consequences by not being honest. I feel like the same message is coming out over and over again. So it kind of, for me, this makes it seem like the King of Cups hasn't done this yet, because it's like the spirit guides are like, no, you can still stop this. You don't have to let it get this bad. For some of you, you may be a close friend to this individual and you can help them avoid things getting out of hand. We have the Queen of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, Ten of Cups in the reverse. There's a breakup here unless this person actually is proactive about having this conversation. And I feel like they're honest if they choose to have this conversation. But there's someone here who is lying or exaggerating, making it sound like this King of Cups was more interested or more guilty than they actually are or were. Two of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, it didn't get that far. I feel like it was just flirtatious. But somebody wants to use it to justify a friendship ending or a relationship ending. I can't believe you would do that. But they didn't really. Nine of Cups and the Magician. Somebody wants to break up this relationship. Yeah, this is why you have to be really cautious and communicate clearly with your partner, because there are people who want to make it seem like you're disingenuous when you really aren't doing these things, right? Let's get a few from the Zodiac fortune telling cards, and then I probably have to go, actually. Hello, Illuminati. How's it going? Carry through with your plans. You are a very well-liked person. You will be more prosperous in the near future. And happiness from an unexpected source. So it's not all plots and schemes. There's some good stuff in there too. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. And thank you to the members. And I'll see you on the next reading. Toodles.